Hi everyone, John back here again with the post-match reaction to Huddersfield Athletic, I think it is, 1, West Ham United, 1, 2, 3, 4! 4-1 away from home. Who would have ever thought it? Ain't nobody like Lanzini, makes me happy, plays the West Ham way. What a game. Talk about a West Ham game of two halves, honestly. But to start off, as always, we'll start off with the team sheet. Couple of changes from the previous league game. Adrian obviously still in goal. Zabaleta at wing back. Collins, Ogbonna and Creswell at the back three. Masuaku the other wing back. Obiang, Noble captaining. Noble is the captain. Kouate, Lanzini and Arnautovic. On the bench was Hart, Burke, Rice, Cullen, Ayew and Chicharito, aka Hernandez. First half, not really much to talk about, to be honest with you. I mean, Huddersfield had a corner in the first 5 minutes. First 6 minutes technically, it was 5 minutes and something or other. Then again, it was a game of two. It was a game of two teams trying to pass, but not passing all that well. As we all know how bad our boys are doing that. Then I'd say for about 10-15 minutes, the game started to liven up. There's more attacks. Huddersfield was still quite attacking in the first half, but weren't able to produce much. Then took the West Ham boys about 10-15 minutes to get going, and yeah, it wasn't brilliant. So then it came up to the 25th minute, where there was a miscommunication between the Huddersfield keeper and one of their centre backs, Lolly I think it was, and Noble pounced on it. Well taken finish, 1-0 in the 25th minute. Now Huddersfield equalised, I'd say probably about 10 minutes later through Lolly. Great ball, absolutely fantastic shot by the boy. Brilliant, straight to the far post, just about got in. Went over three defenders. You could say that we could have closed down. We could have done better. It was poor defending, but what a goal! Very brilliant, and from a neutral's point of view, taking the West Ham out of me for a second, Lolly did everything he could to make sure that they were on level terms. Because to be fair, at a point at half time, which is what it was, would have been fair. Neither team was playing all that brilliantly, but neither team were playing all that badly either. So it was 50-50 from that side of things. And then second half comes in. 11 seconds later, Arnautovic scores. I couldn't believe it. That was brilliant. I said to a mate of mine just before the second half started, if we get a second, we can get all 3 points. And yeah. Then let's just have a look. Where are we? Then on the 55th minute, Lanzini comes up with a cracking goal. Absolutely brilliant. So 10 minutes later, after Arnautovic scores, 3-1. Message to a mate of mine saying, can we get a fourth? And if you guys don't believe me, I can more than happy to show you my WhatsApp list if you want. Sorry, can we get a third, I should say. And then literally 5 minutes later, Lanzini does. Boom. Great interplay between him and Arnautovic. Really good link up. Absolutely smashes it into the back of the net. It's not a worldie, it's not a curler or anything. It's just straight. It goes up to the top of the goal, rolls right round the goal mesh and comes out again. Really, absolutely venomously struck. 3-1. And then again, as I say, 4-1 at that point. And then it started to settle down a little bit. There was a bit of a worry about Zabaleta. It looked like he had a bad coming together between him and Kouate. And it's just purely that both of them were going for the ball. There was nothing in it. But he seemed to be okay. 4-1. I couldn't believe it. Absolutely superb. And as a result of it, if I remember correctly, we now I haven't seen the rest of the results for the rest of the league, so I can't really say. But I think, while I bring up the table, I think we could actually be on. We could probably be 12th. I think maybe 11th, 12th, because the teams around us were all vying for points off each other. So let's just have a look. Just get the table up very quickly. Well, I'd like to anyway because that's my tablet. Okay, so Premier League table. We are. Come on. Sorry about this, guys, but as you know, I like to do my videos all in one take. We are currently, we're 11th. We are 11th. 1 point off 10th place, and 3 points off 9th, which is just incredible. You know, bearing in mind where we were, we have jumped massively. You know, we were down at, 15th. We're now 15th, and then we're now up to 11th. So, you know, very happy with that. You know, we've won 6 games so far, drawn 7, lost 10. Which again, as I said to a geezer I was talking to on the train home on Friday, it's a typical West Ham season. But one of the other interesting stats that was coming up during the game was that only Harry Redknapp, Arsene Wenger, and Alex Ferguson, who was in the crowd for some random reason, has won more games in the Premier League than David Moyes. Now, as you guys will know from the video I made when Bilic was sacked and Moyes was brought in, I did say that I wasn't happy with it. I did say that I don't think it was the right appointment, but as I always say, time to give him, give the guy time, see how he gets on. But yeah, so that's good. You know, he's proven me wrong. He's proven a lot of us wrong. But in terms of the lineup, it's a little bit of a worry because apparently Carroll has said to Moyes, I don't know how true this is or not, but apparently Carroll has said to Moyes that if I'm not starting, I'm not getting involved in the game. I more think to do with the fact he's probably rested for Tuesday night, but we'll see. I won't be doing a review for that game because obviously, as everybody knows, I've got noisy neighbours. But as everybody knows, I'm only doing the league games. So we'll see what happens. We've got Bournemouth at home, I think, next. So that'll be interesting. Earlier today, I put up my weekly thoughts video number 18. So if you haven't watched that already, please go and do so. As I say, guys, I really don't know what to say with this result. You know, it's just 4-1. I haven't seen us win that heavily at home or away, for that matter. I think since we were down the Championship, wasn't it? Brighton at home with Vazte's hat-trick, I think was the last time we won by such a comfortable margin. Is that 5-1, I think? 6-1? Whatever it was. Long time ago now. But yeah, as I say, I'm just absolutely gobsmacked by it. Very happy, obviously, with the result. Happy that we're pushing up the table, making headway. Are we still in the relegation scrap? Technically, yes, because the teams around us, both above and below, could still be drawn into it. That's how tight it is. I mean, let's just have a look at the table at the moment, guys. Again, as I say, there are currently 4 points between 20th and 16th place, right? And we are 12 points. Where are we? So 20. Yeah, we're 15. Hang on. Sorry, my maths is terrible. I can't think straight at the moment. 8 points. 8 points off the bottom places at the moment. Yeah, so say 6 points from 18th. Yeah, 5 points. Sorry, 5 points from 18th. Sorry, I'm really not thinking properly. I can't believe we've got such a brilliant result. So we're 5 points off 18th, 4 points off the place above the relegation zone. So teams, and we're 11th. You know, so everybody from basically 9th, technically 9th downwards, could get drawn into it. So this is what we love about the Premier League. You know, anybody can get relegated, anybody can win the league. I mean, obviously it's not anybody that can win the league this season, because as it stands at the moment, before Man City play Liverpool tomorrow, they are currently 15 points ahead of everybody. So yeah, anyone, it's that, you know, the title's theirs, simple as. Unless Liverpool beat them, the title is absolutely theirs. So yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, if we'll see what happens over the weekend in terms of that. But as I say, from the bottom half of the table, as far as we're concerned, it's only Bournemouth and Stoke that need to play as it stands at the minute, and then it's Everton, Arsenal, Spurs, and Man United. As I say, apart from Liverpool and Man City, you play tomorrow. So you know, there's still games to be played. Anybody still can be dragged into it. We're only halfway through January. Just a quick update on my thoughts on the transfer window, because if you guys haven't seen this, my video about the transfer window in terms of who I'd like, the sorts of players that I'd like to see come in, go check that out. That was done just before New Year's, so go and watch that. Brace yourselves, it is half an hour, and I do go into some depth, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it. So yeah, but as I say, in terms of the transfer window, I personally still think we certainly need a midfielder. We need to bring in a goalkeeper. Put him down in the reserves for the remainder of the season until Hart sees out the length of his loan. Not that I've got anything about against Nathan Trott. From what I understand, he's a very, very up and coming goalkeeper, so he's one for the future. So it'd be great, but yeah, we need to look in the longer terms. Am I confident we're going to stay up if we get a decent midfielder in, or maybe two? Then yes, I'll be more confident that we will stay up. I'm not saying a marquee signing, go out and pay 50 million on two midfielders. I don't think that's going to happen. If Sacco goes, then I feel we will need to bring in a decent striker as well. I understand from Moyes' point of view that we are overbalanced with strikers. We've got a lot on the books. Have we got a decent one enough? I'd say probably 1.5, 2 at push. I would say that Hernandez is not the person to be sold, as everybody's seen the videos up, and the stories about they were looking for offers of 17 mil for Hernandez. Bollocks. No, that's been proven with Moyes' pre-match interview that he's not looking to sell Carroll or Hernandez. So all those rumour gods can shut the fuck up as far as I'm concerned. And funnily enough, all those rumours have been squashed now. But should we be selling Sacco? Technically, yes. As much as I love him from a football basis, I don't think we should. But he's coming up to the end of his contract, if I remember correctly. So we need to get rid of him now. Bring in a replacement that's actually going to behave professionally on the pitch off the pitch as well as on the pitch. Because when he plays, he's good. He tries his best. Should we get rid of Ayew? I don't know. It looks like that Antonio's not going to be fit in time, so we may be getting a right winger in. There's rumours, and I say rumours at this point, that conversations have started for Traore at Middlesbrough, which we know this time last year we were linked with. And we're linked with somewhere before last as well, before he joined Borough. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. In the meantime, guys, if you like the video, please like it and by all means share it so other people can like it. If you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe. If you click the notification bell as well, you'll get to see my videos. So yeah, thanks very much. Apologies for my stammering. It's just I'm trying to put my thoughts together, because as for those hardened ones who've been following me over the last 6 months, I don't make any scripts. I make notes, but I don't script it. It's just all off the cuff, and it's organising my thoughts. So yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching. I will see you again very, very soon. All the best now, take care, bye bye.